If you love meal prepping for the week ahead, I have some breakfast recipes to share with you today. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 easy grab-and-go breakfast recipes. They're perfect to meal prep, so you'll have breakfast ready for the week. Now let's get started. This first recipe is for ham and cheese breakfast sliders. You'll need sliced cheese, eggs, dinner rolls, deli ham, salt and pepper, and some butter. In a medium-sized bowl, I'm adding in 9 eggs. Add in a little salt and pepper. Now give that a really good whisk. Set that to the side. I have about half a pound of thinly sliced deli ham. I'm roughly chopping it up because I'll be adding this to the scrambled egg mixture. Over to a large skillet, I've melted 2 tablespoons of butter and I'm adding in those scrambled eggs. Scramble these until they're about halfway done, then add in that chopped deli ham. Mix that in and then continue to cook this until those eggs are cooked through. Remove those from the heat and then we're moving back over to the counter. I have a small sheet pan. I've lined it with aluminum foil and sprayed it with some nonstick spray. I have 12 dinner rolls that I've sliced in half lengthwise. I'm removing the top half and setting it to the side. I have an 8-ounce package of sliced provolone cheese. I'm laying down 6 slices for my first layer. Next, I'm adding on that ham and scrambled egg mixture. Then I'm topping that with 6 more slices of that provolone cheese. And feel free to use any type of cheese you want here. Now I'm adding back on the top half of those rolls, and I'm brushing the tops of those with 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Now these bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. Here they are out of the oven, and they seriously smell so good. I let them cool for just a bit, removed them from the sheet pan, then sliced them into individual sliders. Just look at these. This would also be a great idea to take for a brunch. They are absolutely delicious. You could also replace the ham in these for sausage or bacon, and they would still turn out amazing. When these are cool, I put them in some microwavable meal prep containers, pop them in the fridge, then they're ready to grab, heat, and go when I'm ready for a quick breakfast. This next one is peanut butter and jelly overnight oats. You'll need chia seeds, old-fashioned oats, strawberry jam, milk, maple syrup, powdered peanut butter, Greek yogurt, and some strawberries. When I make these, I like to use the wide mouth 16-ounce mason jars. They are the perfect size for this, and I get these at my local Walmart. I also like to use this wide mouth funnel to keep from making a complete mess. To start, I'm adding in half a cup of old-fashioned oats, a teaspoon of chia seeds, 2 tablespoons of this powdered peanut butter. I get this at Walmart. A tablespoon of strawberry jam. I just happen to have sugar-free on hand, so that's what I'm using. I'm adding in a few fresh strawberries that I diced up, but you could also use frozen fruit. 1/4 of a cup of some vanilla Greek yogurt. About a tablespoon of maple syrup. You could also use honey. And a half a cup of milk of your choice. I'm using the vanilla almond milk. Put that lid on tightly and give it a really good shake. And that is all there is to it. Now these go into the refrigerator to chill and thicken overnight. Then they're ready the next morning. You can eat these cold or warm them up and eat them hot. These are so good, and you can really get creative and change up the fruit and flavors. The recipe makes 1 serving or 1 jar, and I'll have it typed out in the description box below. You can also make several of these at one time, and they last up to 5 days in the refrigerator. This last recipe is sausage and egg hash brown cups. You'll need sausage, shredded cheese, milk, frozen hash browns, salt and pepper, eggs, a diced onion, a diced bell pepper, and butter. To a large bowl, I've added 20 ounces of these frozen shredded hash browns. I let them sit out for about 30 minutes before I used them. I'm adding a couple tablespoons of melted butter. Now toss those around until they get coated in that butter. I forgot to add my salt and pepper, so now I'm adding about a teaspoon of salt and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. Set those aside. I've got a muffin pan. I decided to use these little silicone liners for this. Now evenly distribute those hash browns into the cups. Now try to press the hash browns into the bottom and up the sides a little bit to try to make a little well or a little hole in the center. It got a little messy, so I tried to use an extra silicone liner to do this. It actually worked out pretty good. Now these go into a preheated 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. While those are in the oven, I'm going to start on my filling. To a large skillet, I'm adding in 1/2 pound of breakfast sausage, 1 diced onion, 1 diced bell pepper, and I'm using a yellow one because that's what I had on hand. Break that sausage up and cook it until it's cooked through and those veggies are softened. I'm using a paper towel to remove the grease. Now add in 8 eggs along with 1/2 cup of milk. Whisk those up and add it to the sausage and veggie mixture. I'm adding in a little salt and pepper. Now cook this until those eggs are only partially cooked through. Cooking them a little before they go into the oven to bake is supposed to help the muffins be a little more light and fluffy. The hash browns are done. I should have left them in a little longer to get a little more golden brown. I added about 1/2 cup of shredded cheddar cheese to those hash brown cups. Then evenly spooned on that sausage and egg mixture. Using the silicone liners made the cavities or the wells a little smaller, so mine ended up pretty full because I tried to use up all that egg mixture. I topped them with a little more shredded cheese. Now these go into the oven to bake at 400 for about 12 to 15 minutes or until those eggs are set. Here they are out of the oven and they look amazing. I keep them in this container in the fridge, and they're handy to pop into the microwave when I'm ready for a quick breakfast or a snack. These are absolutely delicious. I think you're gonna love them. Well y'all, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I will see you in the next one.